So now our next storyteller will tell you the perspective from the sun side of things. I always like when I see young people with lots of tattoos, and the reason I say that is because, damn, you made a fucking commitment really early in life. And like, I just don't believe in shit. I just don't. I just really, yeah. So I asked our next storyteller to tell a story. He is a barista at a great coffee shop in downtown LA, Cafe de la Muertos. If you've never been, please go. Yes, and please welcome to our stage to tell a story he calls I Hate Tattoos, Michael Palcowski.
Okay, so the last two people, awesome storytellers, fucking suck at this, and I'm terrified of each and every one of you. So yeah, I'm just gonna let you watch the whole time. It's 7:37, 7:44. So I'm just gonna tell my story. So the last story is cool, you know, the sun like kind of happened. So one day, I had a fucking childhood. Parents have watched my school. One day, Dad's like, I can't do this shit. I gotta move to Florida with my family. Alright, cool. I'll come visit you. So every 6 months, I flew down and saw my dad. From the time I was, I don't fucking know. And one day, I'm 16, I fly down there, and get to the airport, my dad's like, give me your cell phone. I'm like, alright, cool. Hey, good to see you too. And he hands me some paperwork. He's like, look at this, sign it. I'll go and see. Alright, cool. Right. So, we show up at this tattoo shop in Florida. Fun fact, in Florida you get a tattoo when you're 16, if your parents are with you. So I'm like, oh shit, like this is about to happen. You know, my dad, on the ride over there, he's like, you got 3 choices, God, family, or country. I'm like, cool, I back all of it. I was like, you know, I'll go with God, you know, cool. Grew up Catholic, you know, still figuring that out. One day I will. So me and my dad would get matching crosses, you know. Dad had designed 3 separate tattoos depending on what I chose. So I'm in there and the dude's like, I'm freaking out. The dude's like, apparently they fucking tattoo 16-year-olds all the time, so it's normal. And so I'm like, alright, cool. Let me, I was like, fuck it, let's do it. So I sit down, and I pull my sleeve up, and I'm like, oh man, I feel like such a badass, you know, I'm fucking 16, I'm about to go back home and be the toughest motherfucker in high school, maybe? So dude starts tattooing me, and I'm like, oh fuck, this hurts. Like, I'm 16, you know, like, everything fucking hurts. And so he's tattooing me, and my dad's getting tattooed at the same time by a different dude. And all of a sudden the guy's like, have you eaten today? I'm like, yeah. He's like, when? I was like, you know, this morning I had breakfast. It's like 7:30 at night. I didn't know that you were supposed to eat before you get tattooed, and neither did my dad, because this was also his first tattoo. So he's like, oh, are you sure you're okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. And then instantly I'm like, fuck no, I'm not okay, I'm about to pass out. And he like stops and he gives me a piece of root beer candy and a bottle of water. He's like, I felt your skin go cold. I'm like, right on, man. Thanks for saving my life there. So I finish up, get my tattoo, and there's a picture of me on the internet somewhere with my dad. And we're both standing there with our fucking tattoo showing. This is it. It's a little tiny. We're both standing there. I'm trying to flex, and my muscles, I mean, they're still not there. So I'm like, yeah, I fucking posted on Facebook from my phone, and I'm like, oh, I had to call my mom. Call my mom. She's like, oh my god, are you okay? I've been trying to call you. I'm like, yeah, sorry. Dad took my phone when I got here. Why the fuck would you do that? And I'm like, cool, mom. I was like, I'll show you when I get home. And she's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, so I gotta go. I got tattooed, and I'll see you when I get home. And I hung up on my mom and turned my phone on. And the next morning I turned my phone on. Fucking like voicemails, text messages. So I call her, and I'm like, hey, and she's fucking yelling. She's mad. She's like, blah blah blah. why would you do this? Your dad's terrible. And I'm like, yeah, you can tell me that all my life, but you're a shitty mom. So I go home and I go, like, that night, the night that I got tattooed, back when I was some bad storytelling, like I said, we went to Dickie's barbecue, Danny's barbecue, something with a D barbecue in Florida. And the whole time I've got my sleeve rolled up, and I'm like, yeah, everyone look at this motherfucker right here. And I'm pretty sure I told the waitress like 8 times that I just got tattooed. So, you know, I go back home, go back to school, and fucking rip the sleeves off my shirt. Because we weren't allowed to wear tank tops at school, but I was like, technically, this isn't a tank top. So everyone's like, yo, that's fucking cool, you know, that's awesome. And my mom was just like, you know, nothing I can do about it. So, life goes on, and I turn 18, mom kicks me out, like I said, shitty mom. And I end up living with this family, and I'm in high school, just trying to live. In high school with this family, and they ended up kicking me out over some bullshit. And then this kid out of school with his mom was like talking to me, and I'd been friends with him for a while. She's like, alright, well, if you want to move in with us, that's cool. And I'm like, how long can I live with you? She's like, until you graduate. Alright, cool. So while I'm living with her, I drop out twice. She told me I could never get tattooed while I lived there. That was the one rule. This is in Clayton, nice country family. Still, I consider her my mom, like 100%. And one day I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go get tattooed. I go and I get, I think, like God from the country, I'm like, alright, time for family. So I get my brother's initials in the day that he died on my back. He died when I was 11. And real shitty tattoo, real shitty spot in Clayton, Smithfield, somewhere out there. And I'm like, cool, you know, I got this tattoo. And then after that, I don't remember what was next and what was next and what was next. And eventually you get to a point to where it stopped having to mean something. So I end up being friends with a guy that works at a tattoo shop. And then I was like, this is fucking cool, you know. I ended up getting a job there, piercing. And like once you work in a tattoo shop, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna be a piercer for the rest of my life. You know, like, fuck this, I'll get tattooed. But I still kept getting them like where I can wear a shirt and cover them up. And then one day, drove to Virginia, West Virginia, the further up one. And picked this chick up, came back, got back at like 11 a.m. the next day, went to the shop. I was like, fuck it, dude, let's tattoo my forearm. So I got a tattoo right here. It's the monkey from Family Guy in the closet. So I had this dope ass idea that I was going to get a sleeve full of zombie cartoons. As you can see, there's no zombie cartoons left. I got them all covered up. But it evolved into just not giving a fuck with me, you know. Like, and I've realized there's different types of people. You know, there's the type of person like the lady who spoke first. You know, she's got one tattoo that means a fuckload to her. That's awesome. You know, back that 100%. It's so cool to me that people can think of something that special. And then I started to realize that there's people that will have like 5 or 6 tattoos. Those are the people that a lot of them complain about. They feel like they're badass. Those are the people that say tattoos don't hurt. I've learned that. Fuck that. Every tattoo hurts. There's not a single one that doesn't. I don't give a shit what anyone says. And then there's, when you get to a certain point, you stop noticing that you're any different than anyone else. And moving to Raleigh, like, none of you people live in here. It's fucking cool. And so I got used to that. And then when I would go back to visit my mom in Clayton, people would stare at me. And like I still like find some where I don't notice it at all. And recently I went on a trip to Alabama with my boss. And Alabama is, I don't know if there's any good parts of the state. We were in Opelika, which Jim Bob's Chicken Fingers was everyone's favorite restaurant there, if that tells you anything about this town. I didn't get to try the chicken fingers, fucking bummed out about it. So we go to breakfast at Waffle House the next day, or whatever bullshit Waffle House equivalent is. It's not actually Waffle House, so it wasn't as cool. And I'm sitting there, and I've got both sides of my head tattooed at this point. Fucking, I'm covered, I'm past it. We're walking out, and he's like, yo, did you notice that thing was staring at you? I'm like, what? No, I don't know anymore. He's like, yo, I would hate that. And I'm like, eventually you realize that no matter what decisions you make, other people are going to look at you no matter what. Like they could look at me because I have a stupid fucking haircut that everyone else has. They could have been looking at me because my glasses are dumb. And they could have been looking at the fact that I have NC tattooed on the side of my head. Fucking letters. But I wasn't mad at him, Like I chose to make these decisions. And that touches on another point that a lot of people that I know personally will post, I hate that, I can't get a job, I can't do this, I can't do this. Calm down, motherfucker. You chose to get your hand tattooed when you were 17 in someone's kitchen. I wouldn't fucking hire you either. There's this like bonus me attitude with a lot of people that it's like they're trying to get the attention. And then other people would comment on the post and be like, that's so stupid, like you're no different than everyone else, and this and that. I'm like, yo, there's so many people right now that are actually discriminated against for fucked up reasons, gay, black, trans, there's all the shit that's going on that we all know about. And I'm like, yo, I'm not gonna fucking belittle someone else's actual struggles because I made a bunch of terrible decisions that have not held me back one bit. And it's, so I've grown to, I hate tattoos. I love being tattooed. Being tattooed's fucking cool. I feel awesome. But I don't feel like I'm any better than anyone else like a lot of people are heavily tattooed do. I don't even really consider myself heavily tattooed next to some friends that I have. And it's grown into tattoo culture is cool. It's its own thing, but it's like anything else. It's like everything. People take it too far. And it's those people that sometimes make me wish that I could always wear long sleeves and pants. And motherfuckers want to look at me like I'm different. I'm like, yo, I'm some skinny white kid from Raleigh who is the same as literally everyone else. We all have our struggles. We all have everything, and nothing makes any of us different than one another when we're all fucking people. Each of us means so much to each other. And like I said, it gets to a point where none of these mean basically anything to me anymore. I've got a few. I've got no cream, no sugar. Apparently means to be straight black dudes. So my girlfriend got the same tattoo, and this girl at her work was like, "Ooh, girl, I didn't know." Whatever, it's 2016, and if I don't like straight black dudes, I will. I've got a slice of pizza that says POV for pizza over bitches, But then I've got a dagger going through a panther, I'm not fucking killed a panther. People always want to ask me oh, what's this one mean? What's this one mean? I'm like, sharks are cool. And it's just, I like to know. I guess it's living around it. It just taught me that people can be cool and not judge people for who they are. With all the shit that's going on in the bathrooms, all the shit goes out all the time. If you ever want to have a lot of fun, go to the WRAL comment section on Facebook. People are convinced that their kids are going to die now. I don't get it. But Raleigh has always, I feel like, had my back. Nobody in Raleigh judges people unless you're fucking shitty and whatever. But I doubt any of you are those people, And I have a lot of tattoos that reflect that. That's why I back Raleigh 100% more than anyone else. I've got acorns and oak leaves and NC on my head. There's a lighthouse here. I'm pretty sure there's some more. I don't really know what all's on me at this point. But that's it. I think it's just being tattooed has made me appreciate the fact that people do exist that don't judge people. I don't feel like I'm judged very often. It's awesome job, awesome friends, awesome life. You know, doing the best I ever did. Like Angela, I think.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. And I back that tattoo 100%. It's fucking cool. Damn it! The guy that did this is actually at the bar. So yeah, so that's it. Yeah. Thanks, all of y'all, for not being fucking shitty people.